Okay. Let's get it. Man, I hope everybody's feeling good this morning. Good morning, millionaires. You know, don't forget, 'tis the season to grab your Color Me Millionaire, vision board coloring book. As far as I know, this is the world's first vision board coloring book. I think this is worth it. You know what I mean? Come grab that thing. If you are truly millionaire minded, you know what I'm saying? You see the logo? You see it. Perfect gift for your babies. Perfect gift for your co-workers. You know what I mean? It's an all ages coloring book full of vision board images and affirmations. Help them click on their dream machine again. And then get one for yourself too. I'm going to tell you something. I still say the affirmations every morning, give or take, that I was saying when I was homeless, because ain't no need to complain. And that's what today's training is all about. I hope everybody's ready. What's up, Allie? Let's get it, Queen. Let's get it. Turn on your notifications so you never have to miss one of these. Every single morning we in the house. But Facebook ain't always going to tell you. We can't count on Facebook to help us run our life. Lord knows. So you got to turn on your notifications, baby. If you want more positivity coming through on your timeline, turn on your notifications and make sure you like and share. I'm on Instagram as No Money Down King. I was just on Jay Morris's podcast yesterday and they trolling me. You know what I'm saying, Allie? I ain't had time yesterday, but I got time today. So we're going to get into it. What's up, Alan? Brother Ray, your folk was representing yesterday. I know you know that. Yeah. All right, let's get it. Rep your city. What kind of business do you have? You know what I mean? How does it help people? We want to know. Brother Ray is in the house. You get a chance to check out that podcast yet, Brother Ray? I don't know if you got a chance to check that thing out yet, but that thing is amazing. That thing out cold. Let them know we in the house, y'all. Make sure you like, comment, share. And most of all, subscribe. Turn on your notifications. Last night, we did 7 ways to recondition your mind. 7 tips and tricks for reconditioning your mind. The reason why it's so important for you to join with us in the mornings is it's like you're joining a social club that normalizes financial freedom. When you're hanging out with your folk, it makes it natural. It makes it normal to be financially free. Think about that. I was telling them yesterday, like how, reason a baby keep on trying to walk, right, is because everybody around that baby is walking. Walking is normal. It's like around here, this is what we do. We walk. So even if walking is hard, what happens is the baby keeps on trying.
You have greatness in you. Hello,
ain't that a fact?
Brown,
and walking's one of the most dangerous things the baby can do at that time. But the baby keeps on trying because everybody around that baby is walking. You get what I mean?
Thank you.
So that's good when it comes to walking. You know what I mean? Because you got to ask yourself, if it wasn't for that.
All participants are muted.
If it wasn't for that.
Entry and exit tones are off.
Then the baby would probably give up. We'd probably all be on skateboards in our belly like, wee! You know what I'm saying? Sliding through the mall. Because we'd have never learned. I mean, you got a soft spot in the top of your head. A fall could kill you. You know what I mean? Why do you keep on trying? Because everybody around you is walking. And the next thing you know, you're walking too. Well, the thing about hanging out with a group that has some intention to it, the thing about joining organizations, changing out your friends. We always say you got to change your friends or change your friends. The reason we say that is because some of us are living the lifestyles we live because walking for the people around you is making $50,000 a year, or walking for the people around you is complaining all day. You get what I'm saying to you? We got to normalize something different. We got to normalize something different. You know, I always talk about how lifestyle is a syntax. Okay, it's 7:30 a.m. So good morning, millionaires. I hope everybody's feeling good this morning. My name is Haziq Ali. I'm a revenue acceleration coach. I'm a self-esteem development fanatic, starting with my own. I'm an advocate for therapy. I really think that if you are hearing my voice, you should be going to therapy. Yeah, maybe some counseling too, you know, marriage counseling, couples counseling, stuff like that. That's dope. But therapy, y'all, because the line that separates the dreamers, everybody be dreaming, from the achievers, not everybody executes, is called attitude. And attitude comes from philosophy. Like it's a syntax. If you look at your lifestyle and you don't like how you living, right? Then what you have to do is look backwards, right? You got to look backwards at your results. And if you look around and you don't like your results, what you got to do is look backwards, right? At your activity. But check it out. If you don't like your activity, you got to look backwards at the attitude that you have. You got to look at your attitude. Does that make sense? And if you don't like your attitude, what you got to check is your philosophy. There's something broken in the way you're seeing the world. There's something lacking in your awareness. Am I making sense? Most people make the fatal mistake of starting with their activity, but it doesn't last because it's going to be disingenuous. It's not going to have the real motivation behind it that makes it sustainable. You've got to start with your philosophy. So what I got for you this morning is 10 things that entrepreneurs need to remember whenever it's time to complain. Y'all ready for me? 10 alternatives to complaining for entrepreneurs. Share this training if you're ready for number 1. Somebody give it to me in the comments if you believe it. It all starts with your philosophy. You know, do you have a philosophy of gratitude? Do you have a philosophy where you focus on what you have? You know, or do you have a philosophy of entitlement and a philosophy where you focus on what you don't have? I'm telling you, that's what's messing you up. Somebody say it all starts with attitude and give me a share. It all starts with attitude and give me a share. Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it. It all starts with attitude and give me a share. Yeah. Let's get it. Let's get it. Did y'all check out this podcast we did yesterday with King J. Morrison yet? The Feel Rich Group. Man, I love that. The Feel Rich Group. Earl to Pearl in the house. Yeah, it all starts with attitude. Appreciate that, Cree. Appreciate that, Tracy. It all starts with attitude. Appreciate that, Jess. It all starts with attitude. Let's go. Here's the first one I got for you. Disown your helplessness. I'm going to give you all 10 of them in 15 minutes. Disown your helplessness. And then I want you to put ones that I missed in the comments. Disown your helplessness. The podcast, if you search How to Beat the Trap, or if you look on my timeline, Apostle Ray, you'll see a link to it. It's called How to Beat the Trap. I'm episode number 8, apparently. How to Beat the Trap, where I'm on there with Mr. J. Morrison, with King J. But here's number 1. Disown your helplessness. Appreciate that share. Appreciate that share. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get it. Disown your helplessness. You have to realize you're an entrepreneur. That means your job is to pursue opportunity without regard to the resources currently controlled. That's what entrepreneurship is. The reason our logo has a $ for the mouth is because the whole thing is to speak abundance. To speak abundance, which means you got to think abundance. You get what I mean? You are aggressively pursuing the opportunities regardless of the opportunity, regardless of the resources. That's what entrepreneurship is. What I'm trying to tell you, right, is that hip hop was started from entrepreneurship. What I'm trying to tell you is the airplane was started from entrepreneurship. What I'm trying to tell you is even on the work site, you have multiple opportunities every day to be an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship has nothing to do with owning a business. It can have something to do with owning a business, but they're two different things. That's why so many business owners go out of business, because every business owner ain't an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship according to the Harvard definition, is a pursuit of opportunity without regard to the resources currently controlled. Am I making sense to you? What I'm saying is you got to disown your helplessness. Instead of complaining, what you do is aggressively pursue solutions. And in a process, you're going to uncover all these creative ways to get it done. Everybody says cleanliness is next to godliness. But around here, millionaire minded, what we say is creativity is next to godliness. That's why I'm telling you, you need this affirmations coloring book, because what you're going to do is cut on your imagination. And imagination is one of the most powerful of the faculties that most people ignore. God creates through the use of your imagination. And rather than wallowing in helplessness, what you want to do is search diligently to overcome that obstacle, because it is sent to you to give you the exact skill set you need to reach your potential. Those obstacles are gifts. Somebody give me that in the comments. Obstacles are gifts. Obstacles are gifts. Woo! I never said it that way before, but that's what I'm trying to say to you. Here's number 2. Instead of complaining, yeah, give me that. Obstacles are gifts if you agree, and then give me a share. Obstacles are gifts. Let's go, y'all. Here's number 2. You are in the driver's seat. Here's the alternative. You are in the driver's seat. Instead of complaining, realize you are in the driver's seat. Appreciate that, crystal clear. There's the episode of the podcast, everybody, that I was on with King J. Morrison yesterday. Okay, here's number 2, y'all. You are in the driver's seat. If you're going to be an entrepreneur, you have to be fearless. You got to go straight to the source of your solution. My lady was giving me props and whatnot, because this weekend in Houston, when I was doing this event, you know, I was on the same stage as like Kim Fields. If anybody remembers this show called The Facts of Life, Toya Johnson, I guess she's like on one of these reality shows and whatnot. Black China, you know, who's famous for having a baby with a Kardashian and then beating him up all the time. But here was the wild part. Crowd was packed for all of them. But then when little old me get on the stage, the joint is just empty. And my baby was just talking about how, you know, according to her, you know, it was really fearless, you know, the way that I approached the situation. Because when I started off, the whole place was empty, but I was kind of like using that as fuel. Somebody give me that in the comments. You got to use the fools as fuel. You got to use fools as fuel. So then I'm up there and I'm cracking all these jokes about if I was Black China, you know what I mean? You know, and then little by little, they all just started streaming in the room, right? Because what you got to realize is you're in the driver's seat. You can't be complaining. Your effort is going to command attention. You get what I'm saying? As you wrestle that problem to the ground, people are looking at greatness manifest in front of them. It's another reason that obstacles are a gift, because the whole idea is that most people have never seen greatness in front of them. Maybe they see it in a sporting arena. They'll see somebody do some move, you know what I mean, and catch a leather ball and run fast. And it will call that greatness, right? But you have the opportunity to show them greatness. And it shows up almost every day looking like some work, looking like a problem, looking like a speed bump. But you are in the driver's seat. If you agree, put that in the comments and let's go. Here's number 3. Yeah, you got to use the fools as fuel. Use the fools as fuel. I ain't lying. Use the fools as fuel. Oh, appreciate that, baby. Here's number 3. Here's number 3. Here's number 3. Appreciate that, crystal clear. You got to enter the no whining zone. You got to enter the no whining zone. The no whining zone. You can't whine and win at the same time. Okay, sometimes it's hard. It's good to be hard on yourself. Being hard on yourself is probably better than blaming somebody else, right? But here's the thing. You can't whine and win at the same time. So entrepreneurs abstain from complaining because they recognize that they are literally speaking it into existence. The reason our logo has a $sign where the mouth is because it's all about being millionaire minded. It's all about the fact that you're speaking abundance. You have to speak into existence what you want. Abracadabra means I create as I speak. So you can't whine and win. Somebody give me that in the comments. You can't whine and win. Here's number 4. Here's a 4th alternative to complaining. Put on somebody else's shoes. Put on somebody else's shoes. Yeah, appreciate that, Chris. Let's do it. Let's do it. Remind me of that, Queen. And obstacles are gifts. That was another t-shirt with a big gift box on it. Obstacles are gifts. Text me both of those, Chris. All right, here's the 4th one. Put on another man's shoes. Y'all ever heard that saying? The man with no shoes complained until he met the man with no feet. Check this out. Entrepreneurs empathize with other people. Entrepreneurs empathize with other people. And let me tell you why it's so smart for a business owner. Because it's by empathizing with your customer that you're going to discover your potential. Because you're a problem solver. But sometimes you can't see the picture when you're in the frame. So it's not until you empathize with your customer. It's not until you empathize with your lady. It's not until you empathize with your man that you're able to see all these opportunities to grow yourself or to grow your business or to grow your health. You get what I'm saying to you? Put on someone else's shoes. Here's the 5th one I got for you. Nurture your passions. Nurture your passions. Yeah, them shoes. Boy, listen to me. You heard what I mean? You say they're going to need some extra socks to put on your shoes, huh, Apostle Ray? I hear you. Neff, it was so great meeting you last night, Queen. I'm so glad you made it out. Number 5 is nurture your passion. See, entrepreneurs, true entrepreneurs, are immune to burnout. They love what they do because they've learned how to fuel the fire that keeps them moving. It's a game of focus, y'all. You know how they say football is a game of inches? Entrepreneurship is a game of focus. If you focus on what you don't have, you'll never have enough. If you focus on what you do have, then you'll connect to the source, because gratitude is the doorway that prosperity walks through. You got to nurture your passion. You have to be in love with all of those clients you helped so far. You've got to sometimes spend some time thinking about the lives you've changed. The prize ain't given to the person who's the smartest. The prize ain't given to the person with the advantages in the resources and the position. The prize is given to the one with the passion. You hear what I'm saying to you? Here's number 6. Walk the second mile. Go the extra mile. You know, the greatest book about entrepreneurship ever written talks about how when the Romans, who were kind of like the police back in the day, were trying to embarrass the Jews by making them kind of like walk with these buckets. They had these mile markers along the road, and then they had to pick up the bucket and walk with it for a mile. Jesus was like, go the extra mile, right? It started messing with the Romans' head. Like, we trying to break these people, and all we doing is making them stronger. Not just physically, because they're literally walking an extra mile carrying these heavy buckets, right? But also mentally, also spiritually. And that's why these visions are so important. Because if you can describe it to me intellectually, you already own it. You already own 1/3 of it. If you can feel what it feels like to have it, you already own 2/3 of it. Because now you can have it intellectually. Now you got it emotionally, aka spiritually. Well, check it out. Now all you're waiting for is for it to show up physically. But when you match the vibration of it, it can't help but to happen. That's why I keep stressing. We say the same affirmations every morning that I was saying when I was homeless. Because all this is a game of focus. All I have to do is focus on the vibration that I need to hit. All I got to do is focus on what I do have. Gratitude, a great attitude, aka gratitude. Am I making sense? So what you want to do is set expectations for yourself that are higher than what's dictated by the situations around you. That's why we started off with that story. I told him that story last night. It's important. Here's number 7, because we almost at the end of our 15 minutes, y'all. Quit stewing and start doing. Quit stewing and start doing. Entrepreneurs take action while other people are crippled by worry, crippled by fear, crippled by trepidation, apprehension. You get what I'm saying? They have the fortitude to press forward. Are you truly an entrepreneur? That's my question for you this morning. You know, I know what you're thinking. I'm gonna wait on the perfect time, but there's never a perfect time. Let me tell you what be perfect: the opportunity to serve. You hear what I'm saying to you? Here's number 8: learn to go with the flow. Bruce Lee called it being like water, right? You pour water in a pitcher, it takes the form of the pitcher. You put water in a lake, it takes the form of the lake. You get what I mean? You can nourish people with water. You can drown people with water. You got to be like water. You got to go with the flow, because the race goes to he who can adapt the quickest. You get what I'm saying to you? Number 9, follow through to the end. Follow through to the end. Follow through to the end. Entrepreneurs not only initiate, see, everybody can be a strong starter because it's so fun to talk about it, right? But check it out. Are you a strong finisher, right? Are you a self-starter who also has the capacity to close the deal? Can you dig it? But let me tell you the key to doing that, and this is number 10, millionaires. If you haven't grabbed your vision board coloring book, today's episode is brought to you by the perfect stocking stuffer, the perfect Kwanzaa gift. You know what I mean? And then I want to challenge you to call in for Affirmation Nation this morning. I know it's going to feel weird to you, but here's number 10, y'all. Here's the secret to being a good finisher. Expect a return as a result of your commitment. How dare you pray for rain and then leave a house without an umbrella? You heard me? You caught that? Don't let that go over your head. How dare you pray for rain and then leave a house without an umbrella? You get what I'm saying to you? How dare you pray for rain and then leave a house without an umbrella? You know what I'm saying to you? If you make an all-out commitment, y'all see that logo? That logo means something, y'all. Put your money where your mouth is, yeah, but also speak life. Speak life. If you make an all-out commitment and you really have a can-do attitude, expect a return, because that's the vibration that's contagious. Resources follow resolve. Somebody give me that in the comments. Resources follow resolve. I ain't lying to you. Or another way to put it in layman's terms is you be waiting to do the idea till you got the money, but money follows the idea. But here's the cold part about that. Ideas are praised, but execution is worshiped. And what's going to make you execute is that you expect a return. Hope this was helpful for you this morning. I love you all. But I'm going to tell you, what you want to do is call in right now, right now. Y'all had the power to tune in live, and you did it. So now reward yourself. Come do your affirmations with us. Repeat after me, millionaires. Say it like you mean it. And if that number tries to charge you, just text call me to the same number, 667-776-WIN1 or 9461. WIN1, 667-776-WIN1. All you do is dial that number. And if it tries to charge you, just text message call me to 667-776-WIN1. Okay, repeat after me, millionaires. Say it like you mean it. I am so happy